The guys are now back at the Wake Competition Center as the work begins for a 3-game weekend against Liberty's D2 team and Coastal Carolina. But for some, the trip will be apparently difficult to make.
The transmission is screwed up. The front left tire and the back left tire have the AC is broken. What else is wrong with this? The oil needs to be changed. I mean, I blame the driver, not the driver. Yeah. Sometimes you blame the driver. It's the wizard. It's the archer, not the arrow. Okay, no one says that. I was told that like last week. It's the Alex. What is it? The arrow archer thing? It's just a metaphorical way of saying that your shot sucks and it's not the same.
Well, going into Liberty, we always love to play them. Played them the past few years, it's gone pretty well. So every time we go up to Liberty, play in that rink, it's always a close game and a great time. So I think that practice Thursday before we went, it was just, we were all ready to go. We were all fired up.
Every Thursday before games, we always want to take the practice slow, not tire ourselves out, everything. We want to really focus on like team play, how we're playing as lines, getting more chemistry built up.
This is 2 weeks of work. All right, in a few years, it'll be a masterpiece just like the other one. In an art museum. It could be in the Hockey Hall of Fame. Yeah.
Ricky's an idiot.
Ricky should be an art major. No biomed, art major. Boys, I mean, I'm gonna be screaming a whole lot this weekend. I'm actually pumped to get going. I am really sad I missed the first game, and I'm ready to go pump the out of Liberty. Oh yeah. So here we go, boys. Big weekend. Stand on 3. 1, 2, 3. Hey!
Oh, come on in. What's up?
Just before the boys hit the road, some familiar faces stopped by for a quick bite to eat, like Ricky Frosch.
This is definitely.
And Cam Mazakowski, the senior who makes his return this weekend.
I gotta get the pregame proteins going here.
The HKD house, we got brothers Betty, brother Devin, and brother Ian living here, along with brother Drew and brother Morty. We got special guest Baby Frost today.
Little concrete test with his friend, and the whole time they're like giggling and they're like, hee, we're gonna fail the test. And then at the end, they're like, hee, we're gonna get 100.
Oh, that was because he asked us. So there were 2 questions on the test.
All right. Here. Here we have our nice little Icepack hoodie. Game day ready. Got the laptop. Always got to be ready to do some schoolwork. You know, we're A+ scholars on this team. And then we got a bunch of clothing here, some hats, all my hockey gear, my shirts and whatnot. Got some shorts, shirts, and socks.
Just don't get the address on the video, right?
Yeah, this is the difference between last year's Icepack team and this year's Icepack team. Last year, you had a couple of guys that had pretty high-end skill that could have played Division I hockey in the ACHA. This year, they're bringing their lunch pail to the ice rink, and they're just going to grind you down, use some pretty decent team speed to get on top of you, and it's just going to be a boxing match for a long time.
Alright guys, I'm going to start with the obvious. We picked a big game here. This is a good team we're playing against, right? So, but that being said, there is a nice little drop off there in their 4th line, so we just got to keep the pressure on them. We got to come out hard, right? That is what they're known for. They're coming out in that first 2 minutes. That's where they like to score a lot of their goals. They like to score a lot of the goals in that last minute as well, right?
To me, our season really begins tonight, right? Like our season really begins tonight. We start going after our goals tonight, and we build. And this is game number 1. You guys have worked too hard, too focused, all fall to get to prepare for playing league game and league play right now. You owe it to yourselves. You don't owe it to anyone else. You owe it to yourselves. You've worked too hard. You've sacrificed too much. So bring it home. Bring home a W. Stewie, let's get the starting lineup announced.
And for the first time, Tim Healy lets Griffin Hunt reel in the boys and get them hyped up for their match against Liberty.
Sorry with the forward to the left side. He is the face of Icepack social media. Chris Sullivan! Center, he's the holder of Icepack money. Parker Zarin! At the peak of his life was doing the Michigan and D2 hockey, Riley Johnson! On D, on the right side, he is the first and only player in Icepack history to be mic'd up for a practice, Victor Hugo! Skating with him on D, he is tall, he cannot ball because he has baby ankles. Cam Madsen! He wears his gloves on the wrong hand. Eric Daniels!
Patience. Moves it to the middle. Shot. Finds the back of the net. Great job by Wagner. He faked the dish. There was a flyby on the PK. He had a wide open lane.
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to come out guns blazing because, you know, that's a team that we always want to play tough against and beat, and that's someone that we always are going to compete against in the Southeast region. So that game, we knew we had to bring it, and we knew they were going to want revenge from us in the past 2 years when we took them.
Though the Pack stood their ground, a couple of quick goals in the second led to a momentum shift that left little cause for optimism.
Flanders with a beautiful goal, taking it on the rush.
It's the end of the second, and heads were hanging low, their backs against the wall. This intermission, the coaches and players had a moment to regroup and find their identity behind closed doors.
Yeah, I think a big thing for me that I'm trying to focus on is staying positive, because everyone's frustrated, and being frustrated is not going to help anything. Just being positive and saying, like, yeah, that period might not have went that well, but we can bring it back.
Making the move to the middle and finds the back of the net. What a shot for the Icepack. Number 11, Riley Johnson. Come away with it by a score of 6-2 against the Wolfpack. But this is not the only game they're going to be playing. They're going to be playing again once again.
I didn't hear one thing around this room that's impossible for us to do. Like, we need to be upset about that, but an hour from now, thinking about tomorrow, not tonight.
It seemed like they wanted the puck just a little bit more than we did, which is why they won those 50-50 battles and why they kept us in the zone so much.
We gotta come out and not worry about like what just happened. Like, learn our lessons, sure, but let's not dwell on it. Let's come out and let's be positive for this next game, right? You know, clean slate, right? 0-0 game. So come out here, you know, get the energy going, you know, and you know, like I said, you know, that's one thing that I do. I personally dwell on things, right? So, you know, be positive, you know, take a much more positive approach, you know, and have the energy flowing.